Welcome to the Raptors Uprising GC broadcast this evening, taking on Wizards District Gaming. Got an exciting game here to start off our 5v5 season against Wizards District Gaming. Get the chance to finally check out the 5v5 rosters. My name is Alex, and I'm going to have the chance to spend the night with you casting this evening's game. Gonna check out the Wizards lineup here, starting it off. Just Awkward, Nudini, Type, Be Rich, and Benzo is who the Raptors Uprising are going to be up against this evening. For our 5v5 roster, we've got Symptoms, Ball Like, Seam Crush, Hom, and of course, Antoine Love. Starting things off, we're going to have to see how the 5v5 season begins to roll out. The Wizards and the Raptors Uprising has begun in the first quarter here. Antoine Love starting things off for the Uprising's offense. Loses the handle to Nudini, though. But a violation in the backcourt is going to give the Uprising the ball. Raptors Uprising coming off the 3v3 season, looking to change up the narrative for the 5v5 season. Come out with an explosive start here as Seam gonna dish it to Antoine Love. Tough one, but in it goes. First points of the game, Raptors Uprising. Solid start here to game number 1 of the season. You love to see it for the Raptors Uprising. Benzo now drilling a 3, starting things off for the Wizards. We've got to wait and see how the Raptors 5v5 team here looks to start off their season. Antoine Love, once again, at the helm. If you watched the 3v3 season, you are familiar with him. You saw what he could do as he dishes down to Seam for some big slams to start things off here. Antoine Love, Hom, and of course Symptoms were regulars of the ending of last season. We saw lots of them, and then we now see our great 5v5 roster here participating here in the tip-off. Antoine Love gonna dish it out to Seam. Wizards looking to put on a tough defense and stop them. Hom in the corner now. It goes back to Antoine Love. Antoine driving in, throws it up, rolls it off the fingers, gets the Raptors 6-3 lead. And the Wizards District Gaming bringing it up the court here. Benzo gonna lose the handle there, but the Raptors had the last touch, and the Wizards will regain the ball for the offensive in the offensive zone. Type now. Working from the top to Benzo. Some crossovers to try and create some space. Makes it to Type, and Type gotta get the two-handed slam. Raptors now. Up the court, crushing the corner. Fakes it. To Seam to throw it down. 2 more points going to the Raptors. Benzo, charge of taking it back. Just Awkward in the corner. Has Seam all over him. Hom taking care of Benzo. Pick is laid, but the Raptors Uprising able to swap defenders nicely enough and stop the Wizards with 3 on the clock. Going to be Nudini dropping down. 2 more points for the Wizards District Gaming. Antoine Love working it up. Going to find Symptoms and Seam once again in the middle of the action. But the passing game is going to be where things lay for the moment. Raptors moving the ball, finding Crush for 2 points. Wizards District Gaming looking to move things back. Raptors Uprising off to a good start as Hom reads the hands like a palm reader. Gets it to Symptoms. 2 points for the Uprising. Benzo now looking to answer that one back after a nice takeaway from the Raptors Uprising. Gets the offense moving in their direction once again. Wizards are feeling a little bit stifled by this Raptors defense at the moment, although Seam going to hit with the personal foul and allow the Wizards District Gaming to reset. Benzo with a bit of space. Moves the ball over to B-Rich in the corner for three. No good. And the Raptors Uprising going to take it the other way. Antoine Love has symptoms at the top for three. Not quite enough on that one. Not going to drop. And Wizards going to go for a three of their own. That one will sink. Antoine Love now looking to find another opening for this Raptors offense. Keep up the early pressure they have. Symptoms. Three is good. That is the offensive pressure the Raptors were looking for this time around. So they're going to get the 5-point lead as we approach the final minute of this first quarter. Antoine Love now for a three of his own. Yes, sir. Once again, Raptors picking up on the threes. Wizards have had a couple drives without points, so they're going to stop that right in its tracks. Get 2 points there from Benzo. Antoine Love going to work things up the court as the Raptors attempt to maintain their lead. Finds Seam under the net to the corner to Crush. 3 points for Crush. Threes dropping from everywhere on this Raptors Uprising offense. Benzo now crossing over, finding B-Rich just on the line. Not going to go, but the offensive board goes to the Wizards and the foul goes to the Raptors. And the inbound from Just Awkward to find its way into the hands of Type. And back to Benzo trying to make a play happen here. Type under the net. Ball like Seam all over him. And the Wizards going to call a timeout. 56 seconds as we take a look at the scoreboard thus far. Points very nicely spread out on the Raptors side of things. Wizards, meanwhile, looking to Benzo to do all the work as it's happened so far. Antoine Love leading the points charge for the Raptors with 7 to start and 3 assists to top it off. Turnovers also hurting the Wizards a little bit. They've got 4 to start things off here. So they're going to have to try and find a way to stop letting the Raptors have these opportunities, because as it's happened so far, the Raptors Uprising able to find a lot of ways to convert points. Whether it's 3-point shots or nice set plays with the big man in the paint. Raptors seem to have it all. So the Wizards are going to look to move things back in their direction before the end of the first quarter. I'm going to have to find a way to get themselves some early points here. Shot clock is low. Benzo going to take the three. Not going to go, and the Raptors Uprising grab the ball to go back the other way. 23 seconds in this first quarter. Seam, lots of room as Antoine. Going to see if he can find a play here. 12 seconds to go. Seam setting the pick. 3 is open. Yes, sir. 3 points for Antoine Love. Right at the end of the first quarter. 8 seconds for the Wizards to respond. Benzo. Too awkward. B-Rich with the final shot. Not going to go. Raptors going to get themselves to the end of the first quarter with a tidy lead. 21-13. Once again, to revisit the narratives that we were looking at just now, the Raptors able to find points, spread things across the offense, able to use all of their key players. The Wizards, on the other hand, having a little bit of trouble in that department. A couple of turnovers, but most notable, 11 of their 13 points sitting on Benzo right now. If you're the Raptors Uprising, you know you have one threat to cover, and the rest are going to have to start to wake up if the Wizards are looking to find themselves in less of a deficit in this second quarter. 9 points, good start for the Raptors. Feeling good so far in this game. Great start to the 5v5 season. If you're the Raptors, the momentum is going to carry you throughout the rest of the season. As a new roster, a new 5v5 roster trying to adapt to the changes versus our 3v3 season, which we just wrapped very recently here. It's the hype coming in from the chat over Canada's team here in the 2K League. This is a 4-quarter game. We are going to have 4 6-minute quarters that we're going to get the chance to watch here. Just come to the end of the first quarter. Raptors up 24-13 if you're just tuning in. And Raptors looking very good so far as we are going to start quarter number 2. And here we go. Raptors going to get the ball to start things off. Antoine Love leading the ship, captaining the helm, as the Raptors look to maintain the pressure that they've had thus far in the game. Symptoms with 3, not quite enough. And the Wizards have Benzo open deep in the paint. 2 defenders on him, though, and a foul drawn for the Wizards. Seam called on that one, so the Wizards District Gaming going to reset. And Benzo once again doing it all thus far. Looks for just awkward in the corner. Going to give it right back to Benzo. Type now getting himself 2 more points. And the Wizards looking to cut down this lead that they've found themselves in. Hom in the corner. Seam up and good. Taken on the shooting foul is Type. So we will have 2 more points for Seam on that drive. And he will go to the line. Looking to add on to this lead. Drawing the foul. Draining the shot as well. And the Raptors adding on to this lead, 27-15. First minute of the quarter. Benzo to Type. To Be Rich. Moving the ball a lot. Wizards going to have to try and get a shot in here. Be Rich goes up for the 3. Drills it. So, finally some points. Moving on to the rest of the Wizards roster. Crush now finding himself with a bit of room. Antoine coming in to support as Crush has 2 defenders trying to lock him down. Antoine crossing over, finding Hom, dunking down is Hom. Drove into the paint, lots of space created there. And Benzo now going to draw, going to get a violation for going out of bounds. Just awkward now, inbounding it to Benzo. Thus far, the star of the team goes for the 3, but excellent defense by the Raptors. Wizards recovering and drawing another foul. Seam called on this one. So Wizards going to inbound, get the chance to reset, get the chance to find themselves more points as the shot clock begins to widen down. Just awkward in the corner. Going to have to drive in with some solid defense. Be Rich now. Just awkward. No good, but the board goes to the Wizards. But a nice interception from Hom there. Going to get the ball moving the other way and denying the Wizards any more points. Crush 3. Not quite. And the ball will move the other way. Hom will get dinged for that out of bounds violation there. The ball will go to the Wizards now, who have got to try and find themselves more contributors than just Benzo. Nudini now in the paint. Once again, dishing back to Benzo. Nudini goes for 3. Off the rim, not going to go. Antoine Love moving things up the court. Raptors need to keep the pressure on. Antoine Love crossed over a little too much. Got the ball taken away. Just awkward. Going to have plenty of room to throw down that too. And Seam going for the inbound now. 2 defenders on Antoine, but things will move the other way. Symptom is going to be getting the ball to Seam. Under the net. Defenders on him. And Antoine now. Passing game working so far for the Raptors, but 6 seconds only remain. Going to have to take a shot here. It's Crush in the corner for 3. Yes, sir! Once again, Crush finding the 3 from the corner. And that's 3 more points adding on to the 12-point lead. To make it a 12-point lead, that is. And the Raptors going to get the ball moving back the other way early on here. Antoine Love going to draw a foul out of B. Rich. So Hom going to get the chance to inbound. A bit of a reset here for the Raptors. Everyone back in their spots. Hom is under the net, trailing it down. 2 points for Hom. Benzo crossing over, looking to create an opportunity here for Just Awkward. Going to get it to Type. Under the net, lots of space, but still doesn't manage to get it to go on that one. So Antoine is going to have the chance to drill a 3. And a timeout dropping from the Wizards as they're going to need to find a reset here as the deficit stands at 17. As it stands, only 7 points for them in the second quarter here so far. Raptors already exceeding the Wizards' first points quarter. Benzo unable to contribute as much as he was last quarter, as I believe all 11 of those points did drop in Q1. And the Raptors, as mentioned, still managing to find great ways to get contributions from everywhere here in the game so far. Crush and Seam finding plenty of opportunities to pick up the boards too. Wizards having to wonder what they'll have to do to break through this offensive pressure, and the defensive pressure cannot be discounted either. Raptors doing very well so far. But the Wizards District Gaming looking to come alive here a little bit. Draining a 3. Easy way to make things come to life if you can move that momentum. But you have to keep it up and you have to stop the Raptors as well. Antoine to Symptoms. Antoine now goes for 3. Drills the 3. That is a momentum killer right there. There's going to have to be a big run if you're Wizards District Gaming here. And that's not going to help. Hom going to get the ball here. Throws it up, throws it down. Hom finding the takeaway, finding the points to finish it off. Benzo going for a 3. Doesn't take. Crush is deep. Crush is alone. Crush is slamming it down. And the Raptors have it from everywhere tonight. Deep passes, takeaways, 3s. They've got it all. Looking on fire here. Benzo going to get himself a couple of points. And the Raptors now going to take it the other way. Antoine Love in the middle. He's a 3-point threat. You can't let him alone. Have to keep the pressure on him as he's just going to cross over, drive in, back to Symptoms, up, 3, down, good. 3 more points for Raptors Uprising here. Raining down the 3s, Benzo with one of his own, but the Raptors Uprising seem to be moving from every corner here. 21 seconds left in this first quarter. Antoine Love now finding Seam. Gonna hold on to the ball. Wait for Antoine to come up. 11 seconds left here as they're going to probably look to run out the clock or draw a foul. That works too if you're the Raptors. Hom now starting off the ball to Seam. To Antoine. 3 seconds to go. Trying to find Crush, but time will expire as the Raptors have managed to get themselves 47 in the first half alone, maintaining a nice lead. And we're going to take a look at some highlights here in just a moment. Have these first half Raptors starting things off with an absolute bang. Exactly what you want to see here. As I've been looking quite good for the Uprising in the first half, as we start to take a look at all that went right here in the first half for the Raptors. Either way, you have to be happy with that performance if you're the Raptors. If you are looking for an explosive start to the season, then you certainly have it. And you have to just make sure that you're looking to maintain that momentum and maintain all of the good things of the first half, the threes, the point spreads, the defense. Lots of nice takeaways coming from all over the court. As we take a look at some of the nice moments from the first half. Got Antoine driving in hard, looking very good. We had some nice threes here. Was this one of them? I believe it was. No, this was a great dish from Antoine, finding Crush all alone there down in the paint. This is the kind of point spread, and that is the kind of takeaway you love to see. Finding symptoms, just goes for the nice little layup there. Tossing it in. Don't have to do too much when you have it drilling in from everywhere. Symptoms there. Had the three. And three out of our 5 Raptors players drilling over 50% of their threes in the first half. And that is a great first half for the Raptors. And with that being said, we're going to take a brief break before we get to the next half. Don't go away. We'll be right back. We're back with the second half of Raptors Uprising versus Wizards District Gaming. After an explosive first half from the Raptors, we look to see if they could maintain that which they've shown so far. Maintain the offensive terror they've rained upon this Wizards District Gaming team. Symptoms starting things off correctly, driving under the net, slamming down two, and getting a reach and foul here, going to slow things down a little bit. Wizards have some time at the half to review their games, review their VODs. You have to wonder what their new strategies will be here in the second half. As Nudini getting some touches here and dishing down to Type for the two. One of their falterings in the first half was the point spread, relying so heavily on Benzo as Seam jumping up for another big slam for the Raptors. So if the Wizards District Gaming can, in fact, not give up the ball to the Raptors here, and they will, unfortunately, give up the ball to the Raptors on a crazy little sequence. Players on the floor, ending up in Raptor hands, though. Antoine Love finding Hobb, throwing it down. Big start to the half for the Raptors. As Benzo going to take it up the court and try and find his teammate, but doesn't do it. Symptoms now is all alone. Gets it. And one. And Benzo called for the foul on that one. So it is Symptoms going to the line. Drills the extra point. 3 points on the run that time for Symptoms. And Benzo drawing an unfortunate foul on that one. Reach and foul doesn't hurt you quite as much as the shooting foul does. It'll be an inbound for Wizards District Gaming. Type looking to see if he can find B-Rich, who's going to drill a three. But it's going to take a run of threes for the Wizards District Gaming to get back into this one. Have to see if they can find the handle there. Crush to Antoine. Antoine taking it out. Going to draw a foul. Just awkward. Called for the reach and foul. And quite the blue beard on that one. Antoine Love now. Working with 10 to go. Going to find Symptoms. Seam driving in. Spinning. Passing. Antoine, 2 seconds. Three. Good on the three with a second to go. Draining the time. Draining the three. Very great showing from the Raptors. The Wizards finding a few more points here in this half so far. But it'll take a bit of defense as well. The Raptors have just been able to move the ball very well and find themselves lots of opportunities in lots of different ways, like Seam drying under the net. I'm going to toss it up there, and it'll be another assist for Antoine Love. At the helm of the ship once again, looking to make the plays, looking to drill the threes. Hom had a couple nice takeaways so far in this game. Type at the pick, though, gonna not allow him to do that. It's going to be go backing out to B-Rich on the elbow. Going to find 2 points. Still a massive lead here for the Raptors. Wizards trying to find a way. Symptoms, though, doesn't quite get the three. And the Wizards going to go back the other way. And personal foul called on Antoine Love. Benzo, once again, has been leading the point totals for the Wizards. Rebound recovered by the Raptors. Symptoms in the corner for three. Good on the three. Another three drilled for the Raptors Uprising. coming from many sources here. The shooting percentages on the threes so far have been top tier. Type going to draw out a foul. Reset the ball for the Wizards. B-Rich has been contributing a little bit more so far in this half. Upped his touches and his point totals all together. Nudini working out of the corner. He's going to find Benzo with the shot clock winding down. 3 to go. Just awkward. Doesn't get it, but the board to Type. Benzo with the ball at the top. Type with a lot of room. Going to throw it down. And it's going to be the Raptors going the other way. They can cruise a little bit, but they can't cruise a lot. And they run into trouble, letting the Wizards go on any sort of run. Seam. To Antoine. To Symptoms. Back to Antoine. Moving things around here. Nice moves coming from Antoine Love. 3 seconds to Symptoms. Yes, they're on the 3 once again. That is his 3rd of the game so far. Still trailing behind Antoine's 5, but if you're the Raptors, contribution on all fronts is what you need. As Benzo holding the ball with the shot clock getting low, Raptors defenders are all over all of the Wizards. And the ones they aren't, it works out in their favor. Antoine Love now. Handling the ball, gonna lose the handle in the end. Benzo steps back, throws the 3, doesn't go. And Crush handing it off to Antoine Love. One member of the Wizards caught in the backcourt. Gonna have to rush to get back to their end. Antoine Love getting a bit fancy with the handles. Gonna leave Benzo and Just Awkward on the drive back. 2 points for the Wizards. So the Raptors maybe a little comfortable here. 13 to go in the 3rd quarter. Benzo with one last chance. Going to go for the 3. And it pays off. 44 points now for the Wizards. Antoine, one last chance to dish it out. Symptoms going to have to take this shot or find Hom for 2. Didn't go. 67-44 at the end of the quarter. So we saw a definite improvement on the side of Wizards District Gaming here. More contributions coming in from every corner of the court for them in the start of the 2nd half. Raptors on cruise control still maintained a point advantage, though the Wizards have turned things up a little bit. They've got more contributions coming in. They're draining more of their 3s than they were in the 1st quarter. But with such a sizable lead, the Raptors look good, and they have still outscored them in every single quarter thus far. Lots of steals from the Raptors, lots of steals from the Wizards, creating turnovers, playing the boards quite well. All right, and we're just 30 seconds away from the start of the 4th quarter. Wizards might feel like they are in need of a bit of a miracle run, as we'll have to wait and see if they can work their way back into this game. As we start the 4th quarter, we're going to have the chance to get some insight from the players in just a few moments here. We'll let them start the 4th quarter, pardon me. And then perhaps we'll send it over to the Bell Gaming Center in just a moment, once they're all set up to go here, as the Wizards will be starting off with the ball in the 4th quarter. Benzo starting things off early. And Benzo shooting for the 3. Doesn't go. But they get the board. Benzo for the 3 once again. So as we get into the start of the fourth quarter here, we have Listen In from Bell Gaming Center. Get the chance to check in with the players. Let's go wait until this timeout is over before we go and check in with them. The Wizards not wanting to quite let us to the timeout just yet, so we'll wait just a moment on that one. Wizards taking an early timeout here in the fourth quarter. Raptors Uprising looking good to start things off. Early three from the Wizards was everything they probably wanted to start off here. Shooting percentage for the Raptors looking quite good, both on the field goals and the 3 points. Everything is working out in their favor. 7 seconds, and we're going to get into our fourth quarter here. 2 timeouts remaining for Wizards District Gaming. So now, as we get into the rest of the fourth quarter here, let's go listen in from the Bell Gaming. Pardon me, there's another timeout here from the Wizards. Might be needing a bit more time to check things out on their end of things. And they are in quite a bit of a deficit, so 20 points. They're going to have to play hard on defense to deny the Raptors from what they've been able to do thus far, averaging 20 points a quarter. So despite the fact that the Wizards might be feeling a bit better about themselves, they are also going to have to find a way to stop this dominant Raptors uprising. So it makes a little bit of sense to take a bit more time, I suppose, to talk things out. 5 minutes or 2 minutes in between the quarters here, as gonna just take a brief break. Okay. Just a quick restart here and Welcome back, one and all, to Raptors Uprising versus the Wizards District Gaming. We're back in the fourth quarter. We had a few technical issues to sort out, and we want to thank League Operations for helping us out with that. But we're back now, and we are resuming where we left off. Right where we left off, 67-47 Raptors lead. We've got 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. So we're going to have to call where we are, reset a little bit, and get back into the swing of the action here. And once again, we find Antoine Love moving, dealing, shooting. Not quite getting the distance, though. Raptors now at only a 17-point lead, though quite decent. The Wizards are picking up as that three will help them out. And we'll have to wait and see how the Raptors respond to that. Antoine sending the ball down court. Symptoms finding seam. Back to Antoine. And Symptoms going for the three. Not quite. Things looking a little tough for the Raptors here as Antoine Love going to draw the foul. And the inbound for Wizards District Gaming. Type going to throw it down. And just before the break, we were setting up our listen-in at the Bell Gaming Center. So I believe we can check that out now as the Raptors try to close out this game with just 4 minutes left. I think we'll try and listen in to what their comms sound like after that one.
Middle. Zone it. You said zone. You said zone. You said it. You said it, bro. I ain't say you did. Top right. Zone. I got you. I'm low. I'm here. I'm good, bro. It's me.
And we are back after a quick listen in there. Getting some insight into the defensive strategies that the Uprising are looking to employ in this one. Now back on offense with 3 seconds left. Antoine Love finding the shot. But it is time for the Raptors to lock in and close it out as the chat is encouraging. B. Rich going for a three, draining the three. Wizards, after that brief delay, managing to find their footing a little bit here. Finding themselves closing the gap to only 11 points now after that one. Antoine Love looking to make a difference here. And Symptoms unable to find it home on that one. Crush in the corner. Back to Symptoms. Symptoms throws it up. Not going to take, though, but the big... Oh, not quite. Raptors unable to recover on that one. Antoine Love hit with the foul. 11-point game here. Things are closing out as we approach the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Raptors looking to hang on. Wizards looking to upset. And going to get the board on that one are the Wizards, but they're going to go to the line after a foul is called on Crush. That's going to be another point in the Wizards District Gaming favor. And they're going to then get themselves called for a foul. Antoine Love now drills number one. And the Raptors going to feel good about that one. So going to get a point off of the back of that. Going to get the ball back. Reset. 2 minutes to go. Okay, lock in here as things wind down. Antoine Love looking to create some space. Finding Symptoms. And they've got Hom in the corner. But Symptoms going to shoot it himself. Perfect shot. for 3 points to wake themselves up a little bit. Raptors Uprising looking to stall out this recovery effort from Wizards District Gaming. And they'll take that big 3 and they'll look for more. Antoine Love looking to set them up, waiting for the positioning, waiting for the space. Nudini going hard on the defense, 6 seconds to go. Symptoms to Ham, back to Symptoms, and there's going to be a violation called against the Raptors, and Wizards District Gaming going to get the ball. Benzo shooting for the 3, can't find it. Nudini does find the rebound. Benzo trying again. This time it goes. 76-67. But only a minute remaining. Antoine Love needs to drain the clock and needs to drain a shot if you're the Raptors. Crush now. Can't get the shot. The Wizards going to get a few more chances here. Time is low. Just Awkward is open. And he gets nothing but net on that shot. Raptors have a little bit of room to play here. Only 6 points, but they have the ball. If they can drain the clock a little bit and draw a foul, that's big. If you're the Raptors, you're going to try and get them off their footing here. Try and draw out as much as you can from the Wizards. Such as right there. Seam going to go to the line, going to look to add on the points here. 45 seconds remaining. And the Raptors should get the ball back after this to continue to... All they have to do is maintain themselves, maintain their composure, maintain possession. And they will be more than fine. So the Raptors... the Wizards get the ball, get a few more chances, but 2 points is going to hurt right now. When it's this close, nothing is certain. And the Raptors going to take a timeout. The Wizards District Gaming came alive here in the fourth quarter. 28 points to the Raptors Uprising 11. The Wizards looking like a whole new team. All it took was a couple of timeouts, a little bit of time to reset, rethink. Raptors looking to maintain here. Time is so low, 39 seconds. Just have to find a way to keep the Wizards District Gaming at bay. 9 seconds winding down to the end of this timeout. Raptors, no doubt, going to have to find one little thing. That's all it can take. And they'll start off with the ball. Going to go all the way back, draw a foul. So we will maintain. Raptors getting 2 more points, and the Wizards are going to have to try and keep things going here. Seam gets the next. Oh, it doesn't quite go. So the Wizards now in the corner, just Awkward, gets 2 more points. 5 points, all that stand in between the Raptors, the Wizards, and a comeback. Antoine Love gets it to Seam. Seam has some time. He has some space. Crush with a big point. That is huge for the Raptors. Type finds 2 more points, but the Raptors find possession. Things are looking dour for the Wizards, but if they get this recovery, that's going to look okay, but it's going to be Ham all alone. Slam dunk for 2 more points to add on to this lead. Benzo now driving, hoping, doing anything he can, but reach and foul from Hom is going to stop the momentum. Benzo to the line. 7 points, all that stand between them. Going to be very difficult if you are the Wizards to make anything happen here. They have only 10 seconds, but 10 seconds have to be played out nonetheless. Raptors take a timeout here and have a little bit of a discussion amongst themselves about how they're going to take these last 10 seconds. They do have a 6-point lead. And once again, we have to acknowledge that overall the game for the Raptors has been most excellent. They've had the chance to spread the points across. Everybody getting some touches tonight. Everybody looking excellent. Bit of a scary fourth quarter. And of course, it's not over yet. But overall, if you're the Raptors Uprising, you do have to feel very good about the game thus far. Timeout winding down. 10 seconds to go. Raptors doing everything they can to drain out the clock, get more points onto the board if possible, but more than anything, deny the Wizards District Gaming team the chance to make a comeback. Hom now going to get it off the court. Be Rich going to called for the foul. Crush going to the line. One more point to start it off. And going for the second. Dribbles. And we have Type here throwing down 2 more points. 2.7. All that remains. Symptoms going to hold on, and the Raptors are going to take the first game of the 5v5 season. A closer victory than might have been expected, but a very good performance from every member of the team. Raptors are off to a 1-0 start in the game. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to the production team today for all their hard work to get this set up. It was an excellent stream, an excellent game, and it will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Make sure to tune in then for game number 2 as we hope to find more exciting 5v5 action. My name is Alex. Thank you so much for watching today and for joining me on the show. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and take care.